Sandra with the Food Wizards Diner.
How are you guys? So I didn't do a cool slideshow because I am a winger by nature and a talker. Owner and founder with my husband of Food Wizards. What is Food Wizards? Well, Food Wizards was a food truck. My husband and I have been, and we do a lot of different things in the community in Bellevue, Marion County. He is a arborist. So I looked at him up in those trees, swinging around, and I'm like, I really got to get him off these trees. He's amazing at it. He still does it. But the one thing that him and I shared was cooking. Every night, no matter how busy I am with everything I do, we cook. And so with that being said, we found a food truck. I surprised him with it, and he made it work. So he stationed in Leesburg Mall. Theme was Harry Potter, and he had cook-offs. It was amazing. So to see him do that and finally being around someone that is just as hyper as I am was intriguing. So every morning before I started my day, I would go to this place in Bellevue called Cal's Place. Cal's Place is now Food Wizards. He's been there. Calvin McGill has been there 29 years, through it all, through everything you can think of, and succeeded, kept the restaurant open. Well, just about 8-9 months, COVID happened, and I used to go in again every morning, eat my oatmeal bowl that he would feed me, and kind of see the history, the community coming together, same regulars. It was almost like a circus act in the morning for all of us. It was like our cup of tea. So on the 8th month, he says, I can't do this anymore. So I looked at my husband and I'm like, I'm not gonna let you get involved in this. Let me do this, let me cook, this is what I love to do. We'll take what you know, what you learned through the food truck, but we're keeping this Cal's Place. Now that was a battle in itself because my husband is hard-headed, but I would have never sacrificed or opened up a restaurant through COVID. So we went in, we remodeled it, very artsy, very fun, implementing Cal, which he ran away, by the way. He wanted nothing to do with it. He was heartbroken. 4 months later, he came back and he says, I will cook breakfast for you guys 5 days a week. Love it. So now it's Daniel, myself, Cal, one of my best friends, and we are running this and watching it work. We've done a lot of things for the community. We've Halloween we did, trunk or treat, kids came up out of everywhere in the community. It was amazing and humbling to see. Thanksgiving, I started feeding people since the doors opened. Instead of biscuits, gravies, and I was feeding them turkey. I said, you know what, just try my turkey. So we've had a lot of fun, a lot of growth. What I would love from this is to continue to do different things throughout the month for the community, for the kids, because that's what Cal always represented. So yes, it's Food Wizards, but again, I'm humble enough to say I'd have never risked anything and investing around this time had it not been for his history. So we have Food Wizards sign posted very big and beautiful, which my husband and I married 11/11 is our anniversary. So the sign says Food Wizards 11/11. He's a hopeless romantic. So, but Cal's Place is still on the front of the building, the first thing you see, because that is the heart of Bellevue. So we're getting a lot of positive and negative feedback. You get a lot of people that don't want to go in because it's different, it's new. So those are the ones I kind of force to eat my food, even if they don't pay, so they can try it and they fall in love with it. And here we go, good team. There's a big picture of him and I, which is Cal, that say this is the best of both worlds because it's the old and the new together. A lot of fun foods. We've been doing comedy nights twice a month, every other Saturday, with a gentleman by the name of Alex Soto, which he's getting all of the comedians from cruises, very well-known comedian. So that's been a very big hit. I think I guess my plea to the community is let's continue to keep this family oriented. Last Saturday we did pancakes for the kids. We did not charge for the pancakes. everything's literally coming from my husband and myself, our hearts. We're trying to give back to the community because they've kept us open. And that's what we'll continue to do. So in essence, I would love for the community to, if they have candies to donate or anything that would help on whenever Easter comes up or Thanksgiving, that we can continue to give out to the community without asking them to give us anything. So it's kind of like, you know, us businesses that have stayed afloat, let's keep the circle going. I love this gentleman that was just here before I was. Your concept is amazing because it's making us all come together. I know you have other areas more than Marion County, but in Marion County, I see it all the time, and I'm constantly helping. I own Fashion Craving. I've owned Fashion Craving since 2009. I went from the Paddock Mall to the Leesburg Mall. I sold the Paddock Mall, and I watched her close doors very fast, and the only reason why was because she started listening to other people. You don't want to fix something that isn't broken. You're handed a product, but because you allowed everybody else to jump in, it broke apart. So the part where you said your talent is to keep this community together or keep the businesses afloat by working together, you want to know a good roofer. You want to know a good restaurant to go feed your construction workers. But you want to make sure that the core of the business that you're supporting is always centered by passion and love, because everything else is irrelevant at the end of the day. And COVID is a perfect example of that. COVID taught us that we have no control of anything other than our circle, our family, protecting our communities. So there's a lot of wonderful businesses out there. So.